Man, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today is Tuesday, July 28th. I did 10 miles, right? But as you can see in the title of this video, I have not run in 1 week. I did a week of no running because I was on vacation and stuff like that, so I couldn't really run. But I ended up last week with about 21 miles after I did a treadmill long run, which is pretty interesting. I'm gonna play some clips of that. So yeah, you guys are gonna see that. And today it is actually really late at night, but I did get in 10 miles. I did a kind of run walk, I'm not gonna lie, for like 6 miles, and then I did 1.5 mile repeats. I did that 2 times with 10-minute rest in between. So that was pretty much the workout of today, and we're getting started with another week. So stay tuned to see what goes on. Next week, I have a 5K. Gonna be making a return to 5K. I haven't done it in a really long time, so I'm super excited about that. And we'll try to see if we can get a race vlog. So stay tuned. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm gonna see y'all later. As you can see, I had a really late start to my day. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for the run of the day, but this week I'm going to try to run 6 times a week. Today I'm either going to do a track session at nighttime, or I'm going to do some easy miles. But as I said, I'm not quite sure. Anyways, I still have not unpacked for my trip. Alright, for the most part, we finished doing all this unpacking. So pretty much free. I'm low-key gonna get something to eat. I did not eat. I just had some snacks, I'm not gonna lie, which is pretty bad. So whatever, we're gonna go get some food, you know, fuel the body, hydrate a lot. I feel pretty hot already, and I'm not even stepped outside. But yeah, so we're gonna do that and see what goes on for the rest of my day. So I'm excited. I'm not sure what's gonna happen, but it's all good though. Guys, it's gonna be okay, a little bit irresponsible of me, but I did forget that today I have a 5K, and the reason why I forgot is because it's been postponed for about 2 to 3 weeks. So originally it was supposed to be like probably like 2 weeks ago, but then like I said, like, you know, the air quality, no, it wasn't even the air quality. The first time that I got canceled was strictly because of the heat. It was super hot, and then the next week it was canceled because of the air quality. And then so yeah, now it's somehow landed this week, which is great because I was on vacation the week right after it got canceled for the second time. So yeah, luckily we made it here, and it's race day, surprise race today, July 29th. So this is gonna be a very interesting one. I'm not ready at all. Yesterday my legs are beat, my shoulders are beat, because when I said I was run walking, that was because I had a backpack on me. And yeah, anyways, enough of that. Let's go and get my race fit ready. So you guys are gonna see the process of what goes into how my race fits are made and exactly what I'm gonna wear. This fit though, I think I'm wearing these shorts. These are hella calm, I'm not gonna lie. I like to wear these, they're pretty chill. Lucky Lululemon, I'm not gonna lie. So pretty expensive, but they're pretty chill, and I like those for like more long distance, but you know what, it's never that serious. So I'm just gonna wear that. And now we need to get, you know, the top for the race kit. We got a Nike one from Chicago Marathon like 2024, which I really love. This singlet, it's probably one of my favorite ones, to be honest. I might end up wearing this because yeah, I just really like that one a lot. Now we gotta find out what shoes I'm gonna wear. I low-key always race the 5K, and the Nike Vaporfly 3s, these shoes are really good, and they're hella chill. But I think it's time to switch it up. We might have to, you know, just use the Alpha Flies just for one time in 5K, because you know what, maybe it'll make me a little bit faster, because you know, I'm a little slow right now, I'm gonna be honest. I found my Alpha Flies right here. So yeah, we'll be making great use out of these. Might be a little bit of a waste, but I don't think so, it's fine. I love these shoes, to be honest. Race them for the marathon, and they're just great. So we have that. We have the race kit, and now we just kind of gotta, like, I guess, prepare. Just put everything to the side, make sure I have it, so everything is chill. Calm race kit, fast shoes. I'm feeling really calm. I'm not gonna back on anything crazy just because I know, like, I'm not in good shape. That's not gonna stop me from trying though. I'm gonna give it my all. What I have on this day, it's not gonna stop me from trying. I know there's a really big hill. It is in Prospect Park, and you know me, I need to train for hills because I absolutely suck, like, at training hills. But nonetheless, I can't really complain, just because complaining, it's not gonna get you anywhere. It never does anything for you, no matter how hard or how little you complain. But yeah, and going on for the race kit, we're just gonna wear this, this cool little ring. Like, I just, like, randomly got it somewhere, so we're gonna wear that, and probably gonna wear my chain that I've been kind of, like, recently using, at some of the races. Not all of them, but some of them. So we got a chain, we got a ring, ready. We have a couple hours, probably like 45 hours before we race, and we're honestly gonna have to be leaving soon in about an hour. So I did eat my really late breakfast. I had some cereal. I'm gonna see you guys when I make the commute over there. So we'll be back real soon, and hopefully the race goes well. My predictions is gonna be 18:30. I'm gonna say 18:30. I think I could do it. If I can't do it, that'd really suck. I'd be really mad, but like I said, you can't complain what you didn't work for. So let's get straight to it. I'm gonna be completely honest. This was probably one of the worst races that I've done so far this past year. But honestly, like I said, I can't complain for what I didn't work for. Well, anyways, it was pretty tough mentally and physically. I tried not to look at my watch the whole time, which I did a good job at. I think I came in around the first mile at 5:58, and then the second mile was somewhere around 6:09, closing the last mile in with about a 6:05 pace. And you know what? I honestly thought I could do better. Like I said before, I thought I can hit maybe 18:30, but today I proved myself wrong, and there's nothing wrong with that. The only thing is that I know exactly what I have to do. Well, kind of. The season's coming. I just need to ramp up the speed workouts and train hills and all these other things. Like, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it, which is something that I do struggle with. I'm not even gonna lie. But that's the truth, and nothing's gonna change the truth, right? Anyways, after this race, I'm not gonna lie, I have had some knee problems again, but this time it was a different knee problem. It feels like something's, like, kind of poking out. I don't know how to explain it, but this made me kind of take the next day off for, like, a rest day. And I'm not gonna lie, I've kind of been getting off track and not staying focused. So that kind of sucks. My goal was to run 6 times this week. I didn't do that. I honestly haven't even ran today, and it's the next day, which sucks. But it's the truth, like I said again. So I'm gonna try to run today though. It's already later in the day, and I'm gonna see what happens. This is the part where it can get kind of confusing when it comes to running. When you're not really coached or kind of have a plan to follow, you're kind of, like, lost, and you have to kind of make up everything for yourself, which is obviously going to be, like, a good skill to be working on, but it's also, like, a challenge. Like, you're doing all this kind of for what? Like, is what I'm doing even right? I don't know. Like, what can I do better? What's the right way to do things? That's a question, like, all these questions I always have constantly, and there's no one to really guide me through that. But anyways, there I go, finishing in a time of 18:51. All right, guys, it's officially been 2 days after the race, and I've come to, a little bit of a different conclusion. In life, perspective matters, right? But why does perspective matter that much? It's just because the way you perceive things gives everything in life meaning. But what I'm trying to say right now is 1851 isn't the worst time in the world, right? Of course, I didn't get my goal time, but that's okay, because if I were to look back a couple years ago and be like, damn, 1 week of no running and just, running at 1851 out of nowhere, I'll be pretty content and happy with that. But regardless of that, it's all right. I didn't have such a great performance, but that's no problem. That's just kind of like a base of where we're at right now, and we're gonna see how much better we can get. So yeah, anyways, I have been still going through this little issue like above the knee. It's kind of like something's a little bit poking out, and I'm not sure if I should run, because this is another part where it gets challenging. It's like, should I run to gain more fitness while risking hurting my body? That's not probably the best idea, right? I'm not trying to like hurt my body in any way possible. If I do that, then it's over. The season's over. I won't be able to run or do anything at all. So I'm kind of stuck. I did say I wanted to run, but it's probably not going to be in my best interest to run. I don't want to risk anything. I've dealt with only like a handful of injuries already, but they really suck. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, it's bad. It sucks to be sitting out while progress can be made, and you're just like watching everything fade away. So I guess I'm not gonna run today, but I need to be smarter about recovery and everything. Like, staying disciplined is really hard. I'm gonna be completely honest. Something I struggle with. Everything starts in the mind though. So once you get the mind right, it's like a little ladder of building towards, success. Get the mind right, and then kind of formulate things of how to get better, this and that. So I'm just gonna take things back all the way from ground one, get the mind right, and I'm sure I can come back from this, figure out the things I should or shouldn't do, figure out the right things to do, and actually do them this time, because I struggled with that too. So I'm a little bit lost, but nowhere I haven't been before. So this is just a minor setback for an even better comeback. I'm gonna see you guys next week.